Hey peeps, my name is Piplup. Today I'm going to be giving you a short Meownet tutorial, how to use gizmos on the Maker Pen. This video will be split up into sections. One section to show you how to use each different gizmo. It shouldn't be too long, I'm just going over the basics of it. I'm not doing anything too advanced, just so that everyone can understand the basic functions of it. I'm going to be doing this in my own creative room. You can do this in your dorm, or any room that you have Maker Pen permissions in, and that will allow circuits. Keep in mind this is Circuits version 1. It won't be compatible with Circuits v2 at all. Let's get into it. In case you don't know how to, if you want to grab your Maker Pen, you want to open up your watch menu, select your backpack, press Use on the Maker Pen, grab it, and from there you have this menu. Select Create. It'll automatically open your palette, come to Gadgets, Gizmos, and then you'll see the 5 that we're going to be looking at today. We're going to start off simple, the Animation Gizmo. Starting off here, we have our Animation Gizmo. We have the object that I would like to animate. I'm going to select Wire, going to hold Trigger, drag it to the hook. You'll know it's connected when it says Object Added to Animation. So when you select Edit, select the Animation Gizmo, this whole new menu will pop up. So you can move or rotate objects inside, you can copy paste them, select them, you can play the animation you already have set, and then you can add and remove frames. These are other extra settings if you want to mess around with it. The input and the output of the animation, and you can also select smoother movement. So for right now, I'm going to add a frame, and I'm going to make it go there, that direction, and then up. So when you press play, you'll see the animation go. I have it set to linear, so it's moving all in straight lines, stopping at those points where the frame goes. Now if I go right here, stop it, hit done editing, come back to configure. I would like to set the speed to, let's say, 150, so it's moving a bit faster. I'm going to set the animation to ping pong. I'm going to come back to here, to this red pin, and then play set signal. Right now it's at 0, so it's not playing. If you go to 1, the animation starts playing on its own. And because I set it to ping pong, once it hits the end, it's going to come back, loop back around to the start. Ta-da! And then if you would like to, you can select Stop at End, or Stop at Start. Let's turn it back on. We're going to select Stop at End, and that's actually pointless, so why did I do any of that? You might have some technical difficulties with it if the object doesn't feel like cooperating. Cube. But other than that, that's how you use the Animation Gizmo. Animation can get pretty intricate in between each point, so I wouldn't focus too hard on it. You can also look into more of the settings on your own time. But for now, in order to keep the video going, we're going to head to our next gizmo, the clamp. Now here I have these two objects. I have a cube and a sphere. They're both grabbable, so they move separately on their own. Oh, but what if I want to make this one move this one? Well, that's what the clamp is for. You take the top wire to the hook of this, the top, you select it to the object that you want to be controlled or moved at the top, and then since this is what we're going to call the handle, you're going to connect it to the base of it. When you drop your Maker Pen, grab it like this. Ta-da! And just to show you that you can connect multiple objects to that top part, we're going to come back to Create. We're going to create another sphere over here. Close. Done editing, just so it's its own object. Wire it to the top. See how it connects to both? And then when you grab this, it'll move everything attached to it. The clamp also moves with it, as you can see. It moves everything alongside it. Simple guide to the clamp. You can also connect components, other math gizmos to it. Really whatever you want to, so long as you hook it to the top part. Fortunately, there can only be one base object to it. So if I take that one off, go there, you can't also select it to this one. It'll change orientations. So you can have multiple objects hooked to the top. To my knowledge, about as many as you want, but you can't have multiple handles. If you want to disconnect it, you just drag the wire back. Never mind. If you like to take off the object, move it to something else that's attached to the top, so delete it entirely. Now these two are hooked to nothing, and this object can move around on its own. That's the clamp. Now we're gonna delete all of these, since they were just demonstrations. We're gonna come over to our next gadget. Our next gizmo. Look at. Now starting off for the look at, we have this beautiful cat that I've created, and this other cube over here. I want to come over here to make this grabbable. Nothing looks at it, right? The cat, it doesn't care about the cube. Doesn't care at all. This isn't interesting to it. But you can come over here. Select configure on your object of choice that you would like it to look at. But let's say I want to select the tag called cube plus. Now it's attached to that. Now it's attached to that. And then you want to come over to your look at, target type object, I'd like it to move to the closest one, tag to follow, cube. So that now, if I do that, and then I want to come over here, select this to 1, so now it's pointing towards it. And if I can move this over here, still pointing towards it. Move it around, it's going to keep following it. But the cat still doesn't want to play with it, the gizmo does. So what we're going to do for now is we are going to turn it off, and then I'm going to put it behind the cat. Over here. You want to position it right behind your object. Preferably you want to line it up perfectly. Mine's not going to be like that, because I don't feel like demonstrating all that. I'm going to wire this top part. Nope, never mind. We're going to take the object of choice. We're going to wire it to this top part. So this is the object that will be looking around, or will be looking at you. Come back to configure. Select this to 1. Now, cat is suddenly very interested in this block. But, because as you saw earlier, I selected that to be under closest, if we say come over here, create another sphere, done editing, configure, come back down, and if we also add the tag cube, it's not going to look at it right away. If you drag this over here, this is now the closest one. Can't grab it, but now wants to look at that. If you make this closer up to it, it's going to want to look at this. Pull it too far back, it's going to go look at the other object, because that's more interesting. It's closer, it's lazy, it doesn't want to move to go get it on its own. Look at, you can use it to make any object look at you. You can also make it look at the player. Now if you would like for the gizmo to look at a player, you're going to need a role for your player. Now if we come over here to create gadgets, we go to game chips, all these other ones, we're going to take a roll chip, configure this, edit roll, we're going to add the roll name to hat, so I don't know what else to call it, edit roll. We don't want any of these other things to it, but you can do that if you would like for the person that has the roll to be able to fly, or whatever else, so that chases like a flying player. And then we can close that, so that we now have hat. You come over here, this room, settings, game roles, and I'll see the hat is selected under here too. Now let's say you want to give yourself this role. Right, so that you can have it. Take roll mapper, and then configure this. Add player role. we're gonna add the roll hat. And then here we have player and team. For now, we're going to take a trigger volume, so that's all I can think of right now. We're gonna take this wire so that when the player enters the zone, connect to this, and it should add the roll. Come here. I actually have no clue if it gave it to me or not. We're gonna see in a moment. You come here, select a roll for it to look at. It's going to look at hat. Now because I have the roll, it's going to follow me. Ta-da! That's the simple how to use the look at chip. You can stop that cat. Bye-bye. And you can still see it's looking at you even when the object isn't connected to it. Gizmo itself. Whoa. Gizmo itself is going to keep looking at you. That's that for that chip. I'm going to delete this whole setup. Come over here. Open up our next one. Next one we are going to check at. Piston. Now this one's also very simple. I'm gonna head to configure. Under here, acceleration time, move to target, and then maximum travel distance. Maximum travel distance we're gonna keep at 2 for right now, so that it doesn't drift too far away from me. I'm gonna come here. If you like the green pin, you can change the speed. Now I'm gonna set the speed to, say 10. Or actually, no, we're gonna keep it at 1 just so it's very slow. If you select the on and off right here, once again if you put it to 1, it's going to start moving it. But before you do that, you're going to wire the top part to the cube. Now you can see the distance it's moving, shown by the green. And then if you come back to configure, turn that on, let it go. Moving very slowly. You can see it slowly going up and up and up. But if I come here, 10, it's going to start moving up a bit faster. Now you can watch as it races up to that point. And boom, once you reach the top of that, it's going to stop right there in that space. If you'd like it to come back down, you can open your palette, settings, pause that. Gizmos are now stopped. That function's no longer going. This also works if you would like to just pause them how they are, drag it right back into place. And then once you come back to here, play Gizmos again. Now it's going to start moving up on its own. That's about it for the piston. It can move whatever objects you would like to, so long as you attach it to the top part. You can change speed and distance as you would like. And along with that part, you can also connect it, kind of like how I did with the trigger volume in the other one, just so that it connects to something else. That'll start it. Now we can move to the last of them. Objectively one of the easiest. The Rotator. Here we have these two cubes. They both are a part of the same object. Let's say I want them to spin around each other. I don't know, like one of those things that you have above baby cradles. You can come here, the red pin, on and off. Set it to 1, we'll start it. If you come to the rotator itself, you can see the acceleration time, for how long you would like it to start speeding up. Move to target, we do not want that. If you select the green pin, you can change the rotation speed. Set it to 50 for now. And then you would like to wire the top piece to these. Then if we come back, configure, just like that, now it's spinning. And then if you would like to, I don't know, maybe you don't like the fact that it's rotating like that, you'd like it to rotate it over that spot, it's the palette, stop that, so the gizmo is no longer moving, connect it back to that top part, to remove it, and then say we would like to position it like this instead. move it over top like that. Then we would come back here, wire. I actually can't see it anymore. Whatever. Come on. There we go. Now it's connected back to it. So if you press play Gizmo, it's going to start rotating like this. So now it looks more like this is rotating that part. Careful not to touch it if you have them set to environmental, because I almost just got pushed out of the map. That concludes the Gizmos video. Hope you liked it. If you would like to see more tutorials or guides for stuff with MeowNet, check out my channel. Once again, this is MeowNet. This is not Rec Room. This is a completely separate game you can get on the Meta Store. Have a nice day.